Hello, 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 hello. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Morgan, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Car Musings. Now, I'll tell you, today I want to discuss a few things. And one of the things I want to discuss today, and excuse me, is my puppy. My co host here is panting up a storm, but she's being stubborn, doesn't want to drink. Enough about that. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Morgan. Puppy's okay, just so you know. But, anyways, today I want to discuss something that's been bugging me for a while, and I just think I want to actually put some air onto it. And I want to reach out to specifically a certain demographic. That's what I want to talk to today. But before I get into that, please check out themadmorgan.com. Yes, themadmorgan.com for more information on all our shows and episodes and information about us, also some helpful resources. Check it out, themadmorgan.com. Also, if you are there and you're in a better off position, make some donations or even share us, tell people about us. We'd appreciate that. That helps us out. Now, let's get into this. How's your integrity? How are you doing? You keeping on the right side of things? Are you keeping your integrity in check? That is the question of the day. Are you keeping your integrity in check? And just so you know what integrity means, and this is kind of in relation to what we're talking about today, is doing the right thing when no one else is watching. Yes, doing the right thing when no one else is watching. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. Today's topic for today's episode, today's show, is about immigration to Canada. All right, that's what we want to talk about today. Immigration to Canada. And specifically, I want to talk to the immigrants. All right, whether you call yourself a refugee, whether you call yourself a political whatever, I don't care. But this is what I want to state to you people. Yes, you people. I know people always get on all defenses and defensive and all that stuff like that when people say you people. Deal fucking with it, seriously. Because it's your people, your culture, your part of the world, your belief system, your way of doing things is your people. It's like a tribe, okay? Now, here's what I want to talk about. And I don't care where you're from in the world. But if you're not native, if you're not defined truly as being born in Canada, then you're an immigrant, okay? I'm married to an immigrant. Fuck whatever. It is what it is. But here's the thing, and here's one thing that I actually want to state with today's episode. The thing is, if a country, first world country like Canada, which is slowly becoming a second world country, if a country like Canada considers helping you out and taking you in, it's not your right, okay? It's not your right. You're not owed it. Has nothing to do with that. We are helping you out. You know what specifically who's helping you out? The Canadian fucking taxpayers. Okay? The people that are already here. We're the ones that are paying for your way and helping you start a new life. Not the government. The government works for us. Okay? The Canadian taxpayer is the actual bosses. We're the ones that pay the fees for the leaders that we elect to run things. And when they fuck it up, we're getting pissed off about that. But when they fuck it up, which they have been, I'm sorry, Trudeau might have been great in front of a camera, but he fucked up a lot of stuff, especially the immigration policies. When they fuck up, we got to pay for it. And we're not happy about it when we have to, keep hiring and firing and firing and hiring people. We gave Trudeau a lot of chances. He's not his father. Pierre Elliott Trudeau was excellent. His father was an idiot. His son was an idiot. Justin was just an idiot. I mean, he had some good things and bad things, but whatever. Bottom line is that, let me tell you, Mr. and Mrs. Immigrant, if you want a better life for your family, first of all, it starts at home. Raise them right, okay? Teach them right from wrong. That's where you can start. Teach them values and morals and everything else. That's where you can start. because that's going to make a big freaking difference when it comes to the rest of the world, especially in situations where they come to Canada, especially when you have situations where they come to other countries with different civilized rules and different ways of doing things. Okay? So the thing is, let's start with that, Mr. and Mrs. Immigrant. Raise your kids right. Raise them with discipline. Raise them to be good human beings. Let's start with that. If you can start with that just helps some of the equation. Now the next part of it is this. Okay? Back to the immigration thing. If we help you out, if we take you out of your shitty situation, you are giving your word as a pledge that you are actually going to be a law-abiding citizen and a good people. Okay? That is your pledge. That you're understanding that we're helping you out and that you are not going to fuck up things. But I'm getting really bothered by seeing the news and seeing YouTube, and it's frustrating as hell when I see this stuff. Because it's like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, what am I seeing as a commonality here? I am seeing a bunch of people from a certain demographic that are actually fucking up, that are actually committing these crimes, breaking these laws, doing all this shit, and I'm not happy about it. Because it's very frustrating as being a Canadian citizen to know that we facilitated this stuff. All right? We facilitated this stuff. We're the ones that actually contributed to getting your sorry ass over to our civilized society, so you think you have the right to walk into stores, not have to follow the laws or the rules, trying to play stupid, and rob the place as a criminal, which you know in your country would be severely punished, but you're thinking you can get away with it here, and you are. Very, very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. You have no idea how frustrating that is. Especially for us law-abiding Canadian citizens that are actually following the rules and doing the right thing, to know that we facilitated helping your sorry ass get over to this civilized country to have a better, safer, cleaner life, and you're going ahead and you're breaking the law. Very frustrating. You have no idea how frustrating that is. And yes, if you're wondering why there's some angst against you and some frustration against you and all that stuff, is because this is what we see. This is what we see. Okay? And because we see this, we're up in arms about it. We're unhappy about it. We are so not on board with this. And it has nothing to do with where you're from. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin. It has nothing to do with all that shit. Because, yeah, we would still be pissed off if it was a pale-faced fucking Canadian. But I'm not seeing that, and the rest of the Canadian population's not seeing that. So, if you think that you're going to get all this non-stop going and you're going to get away with it, no, eventually where the law enforcement does not step into the position, the law enforcement does not actually step in and do something about it and make it stricter or more difficult for you to do this, eventually the Canadian citizens will. And they won't be so friendly about it. They won't be following rules because we don't like the law system. We're seeing how it's flawed. The same law system that you are exploiting. So eventually we're going to take up arms against you. And we're not going to be so nice about it. So I want you to keep that into consideration while you're thinking you're going to get away with this indefinitely. First of all, you are not representing your people well at all. At all. You're not representing your people well at all. Okay? You're making it more difficult for your people wherever you're from, to be accepted, to be immersed, to be embraced in society. You are making it more difficult across the board for that. So I just want you to understand that, okay? It makes it very difficult when the shining example is the shining example of what we're seeing. And we don't want to see it, but we're seeing it. So you're not representing your people very well, which in the long run is going to make your life even more freaking difficult. Going to make your life difficult, and everybody from your tribe, your creed, your way of life, your everything else, you know, everything that's there is basically not going to be accepted very well. Okay? So the thing is that I want you to keep that into consideration. You are not representing your people very well. You're not doing your people the justice. You are dishonoring them left, right, and center across the board. So when shit hits the fan, I want you to remember the actions of what you did. I want you to remember the crimes that you committed, the laws that you broke in a country that took you fucking in. Yes, I'm pissed. I would bitch slap every one of you. I am pissed at this shit. Because we're helping your sorry ass, and you were trying to make the country the same shithole that we took you out of. Do you want that? Eventually, there's only so many places that you can run to. And you are the cause. You are the effect. You are what's actually ruining that society. Okay? So I want you to keep that in mind. If you have an unsafe life moving forward, the insecurities, not the resources, not the food, not the clothes on your back for you or your family, I want you to remember what you did. I want you to remember the crimes that you committed. I want you to remember the actions in which you took, which actually contributed to the downfall of the society. Because yes, you're leading examples for other people. And those other people are going to do the same thing. And before you know it, there's anarchy. And before you know it, civilizations fall. And guess what? You are the contributing factor to it. I want to drive this fucking point home. Because I think a few of you are just lacking in education to realize that that's how it works. Okay? You just think you're getting a few $100s, a few $1,000s for your drugs, for your partying, for your whatever you think you need the money for. Okay? And then it's harmless. It's not harmless. Eventually, that catches up with everybody. You break the laws. Yes, there's insurance, but who do you think pays for the insurance? Yes, the insurance rates go up. Guess what else goes up? The price of everything. When the price of everything goes up, then everybody has to pay more for those products because somebody has to pay for the insurance, and the owner of the company or the outlet, the place that you ripped off, is not going to suck up that friggin' cost. People are going to lose their jobs because they can't afford to pay people. They're going to raise the prices of stuff. Insurance will only cover so much. Eventually, when there's enough loss, guess what happens? That store closes. What happens when that happens? Yeah, people lose their jobs. When people lose their jobs and enough stores close, that whole part of the city becomes desolate and abandoned. And then it falls to crime and everything else. I'm trying to paint a pretty picture for you. Now, if you don't speak English, get somebody to translate this for you, because it's the way it fucking is. And you don't see the big picture. Maybe because you're stupid, maybe because you're young, I don't know. But it's not because of the color of your skin or where you're coming from or anything like that. Because I can't see you right now. I just want you to know what your factors, what your actions have an effect on and what they do. Okay? I want you to keep that in mind. Now, please, honey. Okay. Just keep in mind that's what happens and that's what goes on. So, yeah, welcome to it. You did this. You did this. Change your fucking ways. Get a job, because I know you have them. I lost my job because of people from your place, from your country, from everybody else that was not pale white Canadian. You know, we all got shown the door by a bunch of companies and organizations and stuff like that because our government decided to offer a bounty for anybody that came from anywhere else in the world. You know, hire somebody from somewhere else in the world, get a bonus, get incentives, get tax benefits, get whatever. It's like really doesn't make it easy on the rest of us. But yeah, we're probably the people that are screaming the loudest and pissed off the most. Because the thing is that we got to deal with this crap, and we're just seeing more and more and more and more and more take, and not enough give. If you came from another country and you contributed to the society, and if you actually were a law-abiding citizen, and if you actually did positive and good things, then I welcome you. I for sure welcome you. Diversity is great for that. New perspectives, new way of doing things, new avenues, like all that is awesome, and I strongly support it. I strongly believe in it. Like you wouldn't believe do I believe in it, because you have to have a mixing pot of stuff in order to make things interesting, right? You just do. It's just the way it is. You have to mix it up once in a while. And that's the only way that you're going to get a different result. Because if you keep doing what you keep doing, you're going to get the same results. Every single time, you're going to get the same results. So if you mix it up, different perspective, different way of doing things, different countries, different belief systems. I mean, there's a whole series of factors that go into this. And I completely agree with the melting pot of mixing stuff up. Hands down, do I ever. You have no idea how much I agree with that mixing up of things. But not at the cost of the security of a nation, not at the cost of the security and well-being of a society which I live in and also my family lives in. Okay? Not at the cost of all that am I willing to accept anything else. So you start tearing away the fabric of the society in which I helped build and that I live in my whole entire friggin' life, and you start tearing away at that, I take that offensively. Because again, the politicians work for us. We're the taxpayer. We're the ones that make the money, that pay their wage. We're the ones that actually pay for the institution that's supposed to protect us. That's why we pay them. This is why we work. This is why we pay taxes. This is why everything works the way it does. But when it doesn't work and the system is broken, like we are noticing it's broken, we get pissed off. And eventually, if who we're hiring to actually take care of these things doesn't take care of this stuff, enough is enough eventually. And we start taking care of it ourselves. And we're going to put our focus where we see the problem to be. And what we're seeing the problem to be is in certain demographics. And guess what? You get blanketed into that demographic because we see enough of it. Enough of it on repeat. You got to go where the evidence is. And guess where fucking everything's pointed? To that. So, don't get your panties in a bunch. That's just the reality of it. You've done it the other way around. You've looked at the white person and go, oh, well, fuck, you're to blame for everything. Like, it goes both ways. It's not a one-way thing, right? And it has nothing to do with racism. It has to do with facts. And the facts we're seeing are the facts of what we're seeing. And this is what we're seeing. And this is why we're pissed. Change your fucking ways. Represent your people better. Okay? Represent your people better. Make better decisions. Learn what the fucking word integrity means. Okay? Because you're not representing yourself well. And I'll tell you, the technology is getting pretty damn good that we're going to be able to peg you people out. And you might be up in upper arms against that because, oh, we can't have that. Well, you know what? We're going to do that. And the technology is going to be so good that you're not going to get away with shit. We're going to know about all the shitty things you've done, and we're going to hold you accountable for it. And your life's going to be fucked. Your family's life's going to be fucked. Everybody you know's life's going to be fucked by association. So you might have made $20 today by ripping off some store, but that's probably less $20 you're going to be getting, because eventually shit will get tougher. The laws will get tougher. I'm hoping you're hearing me. I'm Mad Morgan. You're listening to Car Musings. Today's episode, yes, immigration to Canada. And you know what? This is just not just to Canada. This is to other countries too, but I can't speak for other countries. Because if other countries want to fuck up their rules, that's up to them. If they want to fuck up the way that they do things, that's up to them. I can't control that. But what I can control is what I know, and I'm not happy with our government, and I'm not happy with the policies, and I'm not happy with the laws. I think the laws need to be tougher. I think our policies need to be tougher. And I don't care about this whole, oh, we don't have enough of a next generation population, blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. Enough people are fucking these days that there's enough of a population. You know what else is on the rise? Yeah, AI and robotics. You know what that means? We don't need more people. Okay? We don't need more people, because you're not vetting the people you're bringing in. So you're bringing in criminals, you're bringing in lawbreakers, you're bringing in the very elements of society that we're looking to keep out. And let's be honest, I'm going to have to say it, I kind of agree with Trump. I think this whole immigration thing that he's doing may be a little next level and extreme, but I agree with him. In some aspects of it, I agree. But I would only agree in the fact that we should get rid of the criminals. All right? That's where I really do want to agree. We should get rid of the criminals, the criminal elements, not the hard-working person that's trying to feed his family. We should get rid of the criminal element. So that much I do agree with. Okay? The hardworking person that's friggin' trying to support their family, don't remove them. We want them. If anything, give them immigration. Okay? But I do agree with the fact is that we need to remove the cancer of our society. We need to remove that. Okay? So I do agree with Trump in regards to that. But that's another story, another show, another topic. We'll get into that somewhere else down the road. But for now, my point is that to those of you that snuck past the rules, to those of you that actually got your foot in the door, to those of you that did what you shouldn't have been doing, you know what? Fucking straighten up your act. What the hell, buddy? That's not a fucking lane like that. Fucking Audi drivers are such idiots. Jesus H. Christ. Learn to fucking drive, you cocksucker. So, straighten up your ways, man. Change it up. Fucking change it up. Do the right thing. Make the right decisions. Don't be this idiot. Don't be this idiot. Don't be this cancer on society. Don't be that person. Change your ways to the better. Be honorable. Be a good person. Be the person that you'd make your parents proud to call their offspring. Do the right choices. Quick money is a quick bad decision. Quick money is basically going to lead you into a world of shit. It will. Work hard for a living. I'm not saying like completely drive yourself nuts with working, but at the same time have enough honor and have enough decency to have a good life, in the sense that you earned your keep, you earned your way like everybody else does. Because this shit of doing it quick and easy way, it's just not good. It's just not good. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm at the 20-minute mark, 25-minute mark, and I'm just fuming because I happen to see another one of these candid camera, so to speak, YouTube videos getting closer to home in Kitchener, Ontario, of all things. And I'm like, I could see this out of Brampton, because Brampton's a complete scourge pool piece of crap friggin' area. I mean, I could see how, you'd have that kind of shit happen there. But I can't see it when it starts getting closer and closer to home. When it starts getting closer and closer to home, That's just frustrating. It really is. And something's got to be done about it because otherwise it's going to be war in the streets, my friends. Canadians are going to have enough of this shit and we're going to do something about it. And before it gets to that point, smarten up, do the fucking right thing. You know, learn what being civil means, a good law abiding citizen means. Learn about that crap and do it. Anyways, I'm your host, Mad Morgan. Thanks for listening to another episode of Car Musings. I hope this was informative and helpful for some people. And I'm hoping other people grow and learn from it. Like, seriously. Get your head out of your fucking ass. Do the right thing. Smarten the fuck up. You've been given another chance. You've been given another opportunity. Savor it. You're not in your shithole country anymore. You're in a civilized society. Fucking embrace it. Make the most of it. Get an education. Get a good job. Be honorable. Not a shithole fucking criminal. Alright? I know it's rough out there. But at the end of the day, you have to rest with your own consciousness, knowing whether or not you did right or did wrong. You know how easy it would be for me to turn a crime, but I won't do that because I have a sense of honor and I value my integrity. You should too. I'm your host, Matt Morgan. Thanks for tuning in. Love you all. Please share, please visit, please donate if you can, and I will see you next episode. Bye for now.